Sustainable planting is an approach to planting design and landscaping gardening that balances the need for resource conservation with the needs of farmers pursuing their livelihood. The demand on resources, specifically land/crops, is constantly increasing due to the long human lifespan. It is a form of sustainable agriculture, and it considers long-term as well as short-term economics, because sustainability is readily defined as forever, that is, agricultural environments that are designed to promote endless regeneration. The idea of sustainable planting can be dated back millennia, when the ancient Greeks and Chinese practiced organic farming, the oldest method of farming. Later this practice was largely replaced by inorganic farming. In 1907, Franklin H. King in his book Farmers of 40 Centuries discussed the advantages of sustainable agriculture and warned that sustainable practices would be vital to farming in the future. Sustainable planting does not necessarily consist only of planting native species. Some ecosystems may benefit from any increase in biomass from the introduction of certain non-native species, or any increase in biodiversity. In the case of disturbed areas, such as areas where energy pipelines have been installed, or areas where military activity has taken place, some exotic/non-native plants may fare better than the displaced, native inhabitants, in the process increasing the biodiversity and biological biomass. Sustainable planting may also involve crop rotation provided that they are used effectively. At the very least, constant crop rotation will prevent soil erosion by protecting topsoil from wind and draining water. Effective crop rotation allows enough time for pest pressure on crops to be significantly reduced and for soil nutrients to be replenished. This, in turn, reduces the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Specifically in terms of industrial agriculture, increasing the genetic diversity of crops by introducing new germplasm can significantly impact the hardiness of crops. Entomopathogenic nematode are parasites that are beneficial because they can be used to control pests in agriculture or forestry. This serves to drastically reduce the need for using pesticides to get rid of pests in planting. Furthermore, EPN can also serve as excellent resources for understanding biological, ecological and evolutionary processes involving other soil organisms. EPN form a stressor-resistant stage known as the infective juvenile. The infective juvenile spread in the soil and infect suitable insect hosts. Upon entering the insect, they move to the hemolymph, where they recover from their stagnated state of development and release their bacterial symbionts. The bacterial symbionts reproduce and release toxins, which then kill the host insect. Compared to pesticides, as they have very broad host range and less likely to induce insect-form immunity to them. Unlike many other chemical insecticides, they do not poison non-target animals. Generalized life cycle of entomopathogenic nematodes and their bacterial symbionts. Entomopathogenic nematodes have very limited shelf life. Furthermore, they are negatively affected by high temperature and dry conditions as they are organisms mostly suited to water. When transported, they may get exposed to these unfavourable conditions, resulting in shortening their shelf life and viability. The type of soil they are applied to may also limit their effectiveness, as most of them might die before finding a suitable host. More research is being done to discover ways to overcome these limitations. Water efficiency can be improved by reducing the need for irrigation and using alternative methods. Such methods include researching on drought-resistant crops, monitoring plant transpiration and reducing soil evaporation. It has been discovered that abstinence from soil tillage before planting and leaving the plant residue after harvesting reduces soil water evaporation. It also serves to effectively prevent soil erosion